Ball head.
You know I walk in, working my shoulder. 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 Yeah, that cameraman get it, get it, get it.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. You can feel the energy here in Barclays Center. The Nets looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. And it's their first look at this year's Pistons here for the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low.
Oh, how about that slam?
Whoa. Oh, wow. Okay, Ja turning it loose. Someone throw that man some water.
Pass to Claxton. The Nets working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. From close range. Not going to go that time. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. Of course, Ja Morant's name first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Williams. Lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Morant left side. And the rejection by Claxton. Here's Powell. Edey with the rebound. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Morant.
Oh, wow! That is powerful. He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Driving in and finished off by Morant.
This is what you pay to see. Morant doing what he does, exploding right to the rim off the drive. Wow.
Johnson attacking. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. That's tipped. Morant left side. That gives them the lead. Morant's got 8.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
First team foul. Substitutions on the court.
Now Morant. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Oh, my. And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Brooklyn trailing. He takes it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And Siakam always has options in the mid-range. He's a talented shooter who can make that shot.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
Substitutions.
There's the three. The rebound by Yabusele. Here's Watford. And slam dunk by Watford.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Here's Coney. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop break. You're right, once he gets his hands on the miss. Here's Hackett. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Driving to the basket.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
The 19-foot shot. Again, the Nets for two. The Pistons leading. Back to Ivy. Here's Watford. Here's the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Watford's got his second bucket of the night.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense.
The
Pistons.
22.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
They've made a point to take what's given to them in the mid-range. The jumpers are falling for them so far.
And also, give them a lot of credit for that attack mode mentality off the dribble. Getting a lot of points off the penetration.
Pocket six. Pass to Reed. Beyond the arc. The shot by Watford, no good. Nets trailed by 5. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Here's Murray Boyle. And it's Reed pulling it down.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Here's Ivy. And it's off from three-point range. The Nets working the ball around now. To the middle. A shot's good from Claxton. Claxton's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Nets. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Hawkins. In the corner, it's Watford. And the rejection by Claxton. And now here comes Wilson leading the break. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. You know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
And Williams drops them both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game. That's good from Morant.
In an era where so many point guards are three-point shooters, Ja Morant, you know what? This man is built different. He's more of a throwback. Ja wants to apply pressure by driving, not shooting threes.
Letting a guy sneak by for a putback off a free throw, that is inexcusable.
Ball's knocked loose. Morant scanning the floor.
First personal foul. Team seconds.
Claxton with the steal.
Not a problem. First turnover of the game, but overall, I like how they're taking care of the basketball. And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Siakam outside. Pass to Edey. Back to Siakam. The jump hook. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Now here's Powell. On the wing, Williams. He's got 6, and it's Williams throwing it down.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
They get it back. Here's Edey. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. Pass to Claxton. Unloads from 13. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
.146 left in the first half of the game.
Normally he drains that.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. .125 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Whitehead. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Pistons. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Nets leading by 4. To the paint. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Here's Morant. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Oh, one thing about Ja, he's determined.
And there's the drive. Good work there as it goes. He's got 8.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And if you're wondering what makes Ja so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
With 4 seconds on the clock, no good at the rim. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Brooklyn ahead, leading by just 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Here's Morant. Pass to Edey. Morant outside. And he hits it to tie the game up. Morant's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Pistons.
And this is what Ja Morant does best. When he finds his rhythm on offense, he is almost impossible to guard.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's Thompson. Rebounded by the Nets. Williams attacking. Pass to Powell. Snatched away. Siakam with it. Out to Morant. And the rejection by Claxton. And now here comes Williams leading the break. The time for the ball. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Pass to Edey. In transition, here come the Nets. And it's Powell slamming it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball. I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe. That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. It's the Nets now, leading by 5. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Pass to Williams. Down low. Off target with the jump hook. Pistons trailed by 5. In the corner, Ivy with it. And another 3 for Detroit.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Now Claxton. Nets passing it around. And Claxton throws it down.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Here's Watford. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
That's to Claxton. The rebound by Watford. Pistons trailed by 4.
2 minutes to play. Third quarter.
Now Hawkins. He's guarded by Williams. And here's Ivy. 5 on the clock. Pass to Yabusele. Off target with his 3. Brooklyn leading by 4. .131 left to play in the third. Back to Claxton. Now Powell. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Substitutions on the court.
Here's Ivy. Pass to Reed. Hawkins outside. .110 left for the third. Here's Ivy. No good with the layup. Here's Whitehead. And again, it's the Nets missing. Pistons trailed by 4. Ivy, no one around him. No good from outside. Brooklyn with the ball. For 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Whitehead's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Hawkins outside. Shot clock at 5. Can they get it? A rebound by the Nets. There's 18 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pass to Clowney. Shoots from the corner. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Nets lead by 9. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
Fourth quarter.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Nets leading by 9. Up top, Powell. Pass to Johnson. And Johnson with the stop.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Yabusele. Now, here's Ivy. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear there.
Pass to Powell. Some solid defense from Reed. Pistons trailed by 9. Ivy with it. Here's Yabusele. And taken away by Johnson. Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Inside. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Over to the wing. That shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. Pistons trailed by 13. Misses in close. Johnson outside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Edey. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist. Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything. His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. During that break, listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
Absolutely locks down on the defensive end. Thompson creating offense now with that defense.
Johnson attacking.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And it's Morant missing. Nets leading by 14. Johnson, a wide open look. Off target from the baseline.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
And that one's good. Morant.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Here's Williams. And the layup's good off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Here's Morant. Tricks him, and he sinks the layup. Morant got 14 points now in the second half.
Even though his team is lagging behind, he's playing like a winner. Too bad his attitude isn't spreading to the other guys.
Here's Thompson, and he drops it in from the low post.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Johnson can't hit. Pistons trailed by 10. Pass to Morant. Here's Edey. With some arc. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Edey's got it back down to single digits for Detroit. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Nets.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high-percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Nick Claxton.
And there is no question his defense set the tone for his team and gave them the rim protection they needed. Outstanding effort.
And the Pistons with possession. Down by 12. Here's Morant. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Morant's got 31. Fires the three. That one's not going to go. It's the Nets now. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Siakam. The finish. And finished off by Morant.
And a reason Siakam was named the NBA's most improved player back in 2019. Defense. I mean, great at anticipation on that steal.
So it's the Nets picking up the win.